Hi. So, in this module, we will see how to pick an issue to work on. And it's not a big of a struggle to find an issue to work on, but still, initially, there are a couple of things that we have to avoid, especially when we are a beginner, so that we don't end up making the mistakes that cost a lot of time. So, let's see how to do that. Okay. So here you can see I have opened this issues tab, and here I will start seeing the issues that I have to contribute to. So one thing I always keep in mind that initially whenever I am a new contributor to any open source repo and I'm trying to contribute there, then I preferably will pick the smaller issue so that the first one so that at least I can contribute initially and I can understand a basic flow of the contributions in that particular project or organization. So here my goal is to pick a smaller but again meaningful issue. It doesn't have to be readme changes. So here you can see there is a bug, the first one. The action field consistently miss the response of LLM. So here we will have to read it, we have to understand it, and then we will have to make a rough judgment whether this issue is like a smaller one, medium, or a large fix. So this is an issue that is created by some other contributor. So one more thing that is very important, there is a difference between the issues that are created by the maintainers or the core team of the open source project and the ones that are created by the contributors like us. So for example, this is the error. So in case of errors, there is a certainty that okay, this is the issue that someone is facing, so it needs to be fixed. But there are sometimes features, some other kind of request that we should be doing like that by the other contributors, and for those issues to work on, we need to ask the maintainers, we need to get some sort of approval from the maintainer. So if this one would be an feature, then I would probably ping the maintainers and will ask them whether this particular request makes sense or not. In case of bug, it is comparatively easy to check and comparatively easy to judge basically that okay, there is a problem that someone is facing, so probably we need to make a fix. So let's read this issue and let's see if we are able to make sense of it or not. So the problem is action field consistently miss in the response of LLM. So here is the browser use version 0.9.5, bug description, steps to reproduce, and screenshots. First one is run failing Python code. Second, action field miss in the response of LLM. Agent add in agent history, step content. And here is the content that uh, is it passing that content or like getting it? We will see again. Action field is still missing the response of LLM, and here is this Python code is basically failing Python code, and the LLM model is DeepSeek chat operating system and browser version, so it is missed, and full debug log console. Okay, so in this issue, the user is basically using this DeepSeek chat LLM model, and the action field is missing in the response. So, okay, so one thing I can judge from this issue, like reading it so far, that it will require us to set up DeepSeek model, uh, most probably locally. So for that, okay, not locally, we will have to uh, add an API key, I guess, for that. And so as much as I know, they provide you both ways. Either you can set up an API and pass the API key to check it, to use it basically, or you can configure the locally running LLM if you have one. So, so it will require us to do that. So probably I won't be moving with that issue as of now as my first issue. because I'm looking for a smaller one so that it can be fixed uh, like in a in 1 or 2 hours. Again, that's about the first issue. It's not about like we have to keep finding such issues. Hi. So many of you guys were asking like, what the heck is this OpenSOX 2.0? So just give me a minute and let me explain everything. So currently I'm working on OpenSOX 2.0, and OpenSOX 2.0 will contain three main features. The first important feature is OpenSOX Advanced Search Tool. So this is the tool that will be the most unique tool to find open source projects really fast and more accurately. Also, this advanced tool will contain filters like GSOC, YC, funding, or whether they hire contributors, trending, niche like AI, core ML, Web3, and bounties, etc. So you will be able to find the projects that are perfectly suitable for you within seconds, not in weeks or days. After that, there is a second feature, that is OpenSOX newsletter. So this newsletter will contain basically everything that you need to know in an open source ecosystem. It will contain jobs and internships in open source projects and companies, funding news, what's trending in open source ecosystem, upcoming trends and tips to ace in open source, also what's basically happening in open source companies. So overall, it will keep you updated with what's happening in the open source world so that you can make the right decisions and can move fast. After that, the third feature is 30 days OpenSOX challenge sheet. So basically, it will be a 30 plus modules of sheet, and it will contain everything that you need to know to get started with open source and to make a really great progress in. And I have already uploaded 2 modules on my YouTube channel. After that, you may have a question like, what will I get if I subscribe to OpenSOX Premium? So here are the benefits that you will get. So the first thing that you are going to get is the one-on-one sessions and on finding remote jobs and internships in open source companies. So I will basically help you to contribute to the companies and basically also find those companies so that you can contribute. And we will do the first one-on-one session on the day you subscribe itself. And after that, we will keep on having sessions on weekly basis. Also, you will get quick doubt resolution. So basically, we have a Slack community. So when you subscribe to OpenSOX Premium, you will be added into that community. And whenever you face a problem, I will be there to help you. Next, you also get personalized plan for GSOC or LFX and outreach. If you are planning to do so, I will map out a plan for you so that you can contribute effectively and can get selected in those programs. Other than that, you will also get the support to enhance your skills for open source, like how to find projects, how to contribute to them, how to cold DM the founders, how to make impressive contributions, something like that. So you will also get that in OpenSOX Premium. Next, you will get the GSOC proposal and resume reviews. So at the time of GSOC, you will also need the help of getting your proposal reviewed. So I will review your proposal, and also I will help you to draft a really great proposal so that it stand out among the copy pasted proposals. So this is all that you will get immediately after subscribing to OpenSOX Premium. And just after the launch of OpenSOX 2.0, you will get the advanced tool with premium filters to find open source projects. Also, you will get the access of premium newsletters that will keep you updated with whatever is happening in open source, like openings and anything. Also, you will get the access of 30 days of OpenSOX challenge sheet that is basically free for both the tiers, and whatever upcoming features that will be launched in OpenSOX, that you will get free of cost after subscribing to OpenSOX Premium now. After that, there are some user testimonials, so you can see them here. There were a lot of testimonials, but I was able to fit only 5 of them, so you can read these here. Also, if you have any doubt, then feel free to email me at hi@opensox.ai, or also you can ping me on Twitter. I'm hyperactive there, so I will be there to help you. Thanks. Okay, so let's do one more thing here. Let's open this code base locally so that we can understand the code as well along with the issues. so that like what we can do is we can use cursor and we can copy this issue and paste it to cursor, and cursor will let us know, okay, this part of the code base is basically causing the problem. So let's open browser. So okay, I need to delete some these changes because they were of the last video. Okay. Okay, so we have opened this code base, and now when we will look for the issues, we will try to get like detailed answer of where that issue is basically occurring. So what I can do is I can copy this issue, and I can go here, wait a second, and I can paste it, and here I will write that tell me uh, where that issue is occurring, and why. So I will only say this, not how to fix it or fix it. And also I will switch to ask mode of cursor so that it will not automatically implement the solution. So when I click on OK, it will start reasoning, and it will start creating the reasons why this issue is basically occurring. And till it's writing the generating the response, we will see the other issues, and we will see if we are able to find some other issues. So let's see the second one, that is web exploration issue, browser use agent. So let's open this, and the model is Gemini 2.5 Pro. Other specify in description screenshots. I frequently encounter this error, the below, while performing web exploration using AWS Bedrock, Cloud 4.0, Sonnet, and Gemini models. So this is the error that this contributor is getting. Result fail 1 by 4 times. And having looked into your code, I believe the error is coming from line number 49 of browser use tools slash views.py, which has uh, the done action base model. So here is HTML around white where it's failing, and here you can see a complete like where the issue is occurring and which code is responsible for it. And let's see our the first issue here. So okay, so let's read it one by one, and let's make sense of it. So the issue is in the schema optimization and validation flow when using DeepSeek. Where the issue occurs, schema generation. So this basically the line number 141 of chat.py uses schema optimizer dot create optimized JSON schema output format as an input to generate the schema sent to DeepSeek model. So response, and the second location of the issue is response parsing. So in a line number 164 to 172 of chat.py extracts the function call arguments and validates them with output format dot model validate. And after that, uh, there is a validation failure, and this line 168 defines action as a required field, but DeepSeek is returning responses without it. Okay, so here is the root cause. The root cause is basically this method make strict compatible sets all properties as required, which should include action. However, DeepSeek may not be respecting the required fields in the function calling schema, or the schema may not be correctly indicating that action is required. Okay, so basically the schema that we are defining in this code base for like the LLM DeepSeek, in this we are making all the parameters as required. So in those parameters, there is one parameter called action, but uh, the cursor, or basically we are guessing that the DeepSeek may not be respecting that required fields. So when the DeepSeek basically do function calling, so if you don't know function calling, then as much as I know, function calling is basically when there are for the LLMs to make them take actions on their own behalf, we usually define a list of functions that they can execute based on their intent. So let's say there are three functions. Let's say one cook, second is prepare. Uh, let's say prepare. First one is prepare meal. The second one is do mopping, and the third one is like do chores. So now, whenever there is a intent, whenever let's say user says that I'm hungry, then the model will basically parse the intent. It will see, okay, what is the intent of the user. So because I'm hungry, the intent will be that I need food. So the model will think that, okay, I need to get food, so I should probably prepare the meal. So it will execute that prepare meal function. So this whole process is called function calling. So it's the basics that I know, but it's what it mostly considered. So that's what is function calling. And here in the function calling, the schema that we made it required may not be correctly indicating that the action is required. So basically, in the like function calling in the DeepSeek model, basically is not giving us the action field as much as we can understand here. Again, we may be wrong, but still we will see it after some time. Okay, so here looking at the logs, a DeepSeek basically returns thinking and evaluation, previous goal, memory, next goal. So this is what DeepSeek model is returning, but it's making but it's make but it's missing the action field, which is required according to this views .py. Here we are defining the schema. So, and the explicit required list. So, as per the list, action field is required for the LLM models to give as a response. So why now let's come to why this is happening. So DeepSeek may not enforce required fields in function calling as strictly as other providers, and the schema optimization may not be preserving the action field requirement clearly enough for DeepSeek, and there may be a mismatch between how schema is generated and how DeepSeek interprets it. So there are some potential fixes. So again, so far we have got the basics of this issue, and this issue somehow is related to schema mismatch. So what's happening is that we have defined a schema in our views.py. So and the model, LLM model, DeepSeek, basically giving us a response, but because that response is not exactly matching with the schema that we have defined, we are getting an error. So this issue is more about that. This first issue is about like why this action field is missing and it is constantly throwing an error. So here are some, let's see some fixes that cursor is suggesting us, and based on that we will see, okay, this can be a solution and probably we need to fix on that. Also one more thing, we will check whether it this particular issue require us to set up an API or set up DeepSeek model locally, and if it require more time, let's say like more than 5 to 6 hours, then probably we don't need, we will not go with that issue. But if it require less time, then we will surely go with this issue and we will fix it. Again, it's for the initial couple of issues. So let's see the potential fixes. So add explicit validation, a retry logic in the DeepSeek chat handler to detect missing action and retry with a clearer prompt. And the second is enhance the schema description for the action field to make it more explicit. Add a fallback that provides a default action or prompts the model again when action is missing. The validation occurs at line 172 at this chat.py when output format dot model validate is called with a dictionary that's missing the required field, missing required action field. Should I propose a fix for this issue? Okay, so before proceeding further, we will see We will ask basically, does fixing this issue, does fixing this issue will require me to have an chat, have a deep seek API, or setting up a deep seek model locally. Also, on an estimate, how much time will the fix of it take? Okay. So we are basically trying to get an estimate that how much time will this issue take. Also, what is the level of this issue? Whether it's a easy issue, it's a medium or a hard one. So once we have a rough judgment before proceeding further, then we will go ahead. Otherwise, we will choose a simpler issue. Also, I have never contributed to this code base before. I'm also the beginner in this code base. So please don't expect me to like be a top contributor within a couple of days. So it's not possible. Again, that's the reason I have chosen this project, because I have never contributed to this. So otherwise, if I would have picked the one that I'm already experienced with, then probably I won't be able to uh, explain things in a better way, because there I would already know, okay, what's the solution. So I would miss those solution, or miss those steps that are highly important for you to know. So okay, so here is the estimate. Okay, first let's see, do you need a DeepSeek API? Short answer, not strictly required, but recommended. Without an API, you can test schema generation logic, how the schema is built. You can review code patterns from other LLM providers. You can review code patterns, okay. You cannot test the actual API call or response flow. So exactly that is what I was concerned about, because we will not be able to, even though we make a fix, but we will not be able to make actual test so that we can test that solution that we are going to propose. So with an API key, you can test end to end, you can verify fix works, and with real responses, you can confirm DeepSeek respects the schema changes. Okay. So it is recommendation, get a DeepSeek API key, often free tier available to properly test the fix. Okay. So no worry, we can get the like we can get the API, and we will see some sort of free provider who can give us some credits for DeepSeek API. So not a big problem. Okay, let's see the estimate. So quick fix is basically validation handling retry logic in the DeepSeek handler, similar to existing patterns. And option 2 is enhanced fix, and there is comprehensive fix that enhances schema generation to emphasize required fields for DeepSeek. Okay, write some test. Probably we don't need to write some test. Still, we will see, like if we need to, then we will do it. Add a retry logic. Okay. So here is the recommended approach. So the first thing, whenever you ask cursor for the solution or for the ideas of the solution, then don't be like impulsive vibe coder. Don't be like just reading the issue and getting satisfied and asking cursor to just implement it. Read all the options, all the solution that cursor provide, and only then make your judgment, like okay, this is the issue. And sometimes you can have your own questions, like if option 1 is a better one, then why you think option 2 would be better? So you can again ask cursor about that. So only proceed with the implementation when you are clear in your mind that okay, this will be the solution, and that's how it's going to work. So here is a recommended approach, and start with option 1, 30 to 60 minute. Add validation handling in chat.py. Check if error is about missing action. Enhance the function description to emphasize required fields. Test with an API. and fix should be in chat.py around 169 to 180, where model validate is called uh, catch validation error, and either retry with a clearer prompt or enhance the schema description to make action more explicit. I can provide the okay. So here there are a couple of things that we need to do in order to fix this particular issue. Also, let's make a final decision to pick this particular issue itself so that we can like raise our first PR for this issue. So one more thing, the reason why I initially thought that okay, we may not end up picking this issue, because I was thinking probably it would take more time. But again, now we are clear that okay, what we have to do, and on an estimate how much time will it take. And so now I'm pretty sure that okay, we can fix this issue as our first issue that was meant for a smaller issue. So this fulfill the requirement. And now what we are going to do there, first we will have to find an API key from a like some free service provider. And the second thing is going to be, we will understand the root cause. So currently we have only read okay, what is the reason on a higher level, but then we will understand the root problem. And then after the root problem, understanding the root problem, the solution will be pretty obvious. So we will see how to do that again. But let's find API key. Okay, so I will go to Perplexity and I will say I want some free DeepSeek API for testing. How can I get it? So there will be some providers who will be providing it for the DeepSeek model. So we will just get it and use it for our project. So to get, Open Router offers free unlimited access to DeepSeek models by generating an API key that can be used without restrictions, ideal for app development and testing. Okay, let's go to Open Router and let's go for okay. So here you can see we can create an API key, and here let's say give it a name, browser use, whatever, credit limit, leave blank for unlimited, reset every. Okay, so let's create this, and this is our API key. So I will copy this, and you can use it with OpenAI compatible apps and blah blah blah. So I will just copy this, and here I am going to uh, I'm going to just paste it. Also, I like you can create your own API key. So please don't uh, use this one. Also, if you use it, then it's a free one, and I can revoke it anytime. Okay. So So, okay, so we have got the API key, and the second thing or the second step that we have to do is to basically understand this issue more, and to actually start fixing it. So, there are a couple of so the steps in which I fix an issue are like, first I understand the issue, that okay, this is the issue and the root cause of it. Then I go to like a detailed solution, what could be the best solution in that case. And one more thing, how to proceed with it, not just implementing the code itself, but what would be the steps. And basically I do a question answer session kind of thing with the cursor. Whenever I have to whenever cursor propose a solution, then I ask some questions, and I keep on doing it recursively till I'm satisfied with the solution that it is proposing me. And when I'm totally satisfied, and then I implement it, test it with the flow. And after the testing, I just push that issue, and I just make a PR. So here let's create a branch. We will not fix that issue in this video itself. This video was just about like how to finalize that okay, this is the issue that I have to work on. So that we already did, but still I will create a branch here, and in this one, we will make our fix. So here I will do fix action field. Also, whenever you make branches, or please make branches like these, whatever is your purpose. So mention it here, then slash and a small name of that whole branch, so that it is small, like crisp, and also it is self-explanatory, so that no one like has to ask you what does this PR branch do. So we have created this branch, and after that we will make our changes in that branch itself. So that was all in this video, and let's meet in the another video in which we are going to make actual implementation. So bye, take care. So if you are still here and like watching this video, then I have one last thing to say. So see, this series is all just raw content that I am publishing. I rarely make any cuts, or I rarely make any like I rarely polish the video. So I never polish it. So please expect my own weaknesses and my own flaws, or my own like many points where I will suck in this video or throughout this series. So I'm not saying that I'm sort of expert and I will be doing everything smoothly. I will not, and there will be a lot of time in this series itself where I will be stuck at one point, and I that would be awkward. So it may be for you, but not for me, because I keep on getting stuck time to time. So it's my selling point is not that I know everything and I will teach you. My selling point is that I somehow able to figure out things, and I somehow able to solve the problems. And probably if you watch me, then you may learn couple of things. So that's the only thing that I claim. I never say that I am like a very smooth programmer or open source contributor. So it's not like that. So just that, like, so hope you find it useful. Bye.